Hi, this is Anthony Garbo. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, but anyway, I want to get right to the point. My birthday is on October the 10th, and I looked at the solar return for New York, and this is what I would have with a precession corrected, as I always do precession corrected charts. Um, as you can see here, Jupiter and Mars are at the top. Unfortunately, Jupiter and Mars in the heavens right now is opposing Neptune, and in this chart, we have the opposition from house number 10 to house number 4. So we don't want that. 4 is the foundations of the life, and it rules the home. And Jupiter and Mars and Neptune in the sky are opposing. So in the horoscope of the solar return, I have Jupiter and Mars at the top, the planet Neptune at the bottom, and they would all be opposing. So that's confusion with the foundations of the life and career. Otherwise, otherwise, if Jupiter and Mars were not afflicted, I would just stay in New York. But unfortunately, 90% of the time, charts are not as good as they could be. And of course, the biggest culprit of all here in the New York chart, you have Saturn, the planet of obstacles and draining energy. You never want Saturn in your first house for a solar return or in your half birthday return because it makes you prone to obstacles. It brings more obstacles. It just makes you do things 3 or 4 different times as hard as you would normally. And it makes you prone to illnesses, and it drains your energy. It's just a real downer. Anyhow, otherwise, the chart would have been looking really good. And then Saturn also has a square to Neptune, and it also has a square to Venus up here. So New York is not the place to be. So what am I doing? I decided to find a place to mitigate this opposition, and the place to be is in Tenerife, Spain. Now, what I did was I just turned the wheel. Like, you can't change the planets between themselves. Nobody's arms are long enough. Anyway, by traveling on your birthday and your half birthday, you can mitigate the bad aspects and put them into good houses to do good things to certain areas of your life. So by being 60 degrees east, which is in Tenerife, Spain, I put the opposition between Jupiter and Mars and Neptune in financial houses, as you can see right here. Now these are Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter and Mars no longer is in the 10th house, it's no longer in the 8th house. And the opposition to Neptune is here, now in house number 2 at 7 degrees Pisces. The midheaven now in Tenerife is 11 degrees of Scorpio. Now we got a trine. So Jupiter and Mars in the Tenerife chart over here are now making 60-degree angles to the midheaven at 11 degrees of Scorpio. So now we have the opposition between Jupiter, Mars, and Neptune doing good things to the career house. This is how you do things to mitigate the bad aspects, by putting them in houses so the mitigation of the opposition can do good things to the areas that you're looking for. In this case, I put Jupiter, which is a planet of benevolence and good luck, into the 8th house of other people's money, other people's resources, banks, etc. Anyway, the financial houses are house number 2 and house number 8. So I decided to be in Tenerife, Spain, to mitigate these oppositions between Jupiter, Mars, and Neptune. And the planet Saturn no longer is in house number 4. It's at the end of house number 10. You don't want Saturn anywhere near the midheaven. Long story short, and then this chart also puts the planet Pluto in the 12th house, as you can see here, the 12th house. And the Pluto here is 13 degrees of Capricorn. The midheaven is 11 degrees of Scorpio. So now Pluto is making a good aspect to the midheaven, which is great. And my birth Uranus and my birth Pluto are also in house number 8, also making good aspects to the midheaven. So I have a total of 5 sextiles and 2 trines. And now you look over here at the rising sign, which is 25 degrees of Capricorn, making a trine to my birth Jupiter. There you go. You change the horoscope. This is how you're able to change the bad aspects and make the bad aspects, align them into financial houses to make good aspects. So there you have it. Where you are in your birthday and your half birthday changes pretty much the theme of the horoscope chart. If it's in the horoscope chart, it's in your life. So again, this is Anthony Garbo in Tenerife, Spain, on his birthday, which is coming up on October 10th, but I do precession corrected chart, so it actually falls on October the 11th with the precession corrected chart. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can always get in touch with me at anthonygarboastrologer@gmail.com. So this is, again, how you change and how you correct an opposition between Jupiter and Neptune. Turn the wheel of the chart, put the opposition in financial houses so they both angle the midheaven to do good things. So it's always good to strengthen the financial houses and make the career strong. Okay, we've just learned about how to change a opposition. Okay, you guys have a great day, and I'm going back home now. It's pretty late in Tenerife, but it's actually very, very beautiful. Okay, this is Anthony Garbo here, signing off, and you guys have a great week, and live with passion. May the stars be with you. Thanks. Bye.